Do I really even need to say it? I mean, was there any true doubt? Of course Victor and Valentino is good. I already looked at the pilot and loved it, so what else can I say? Okay, yeah, the pilot is significantly different from the series, but still, was there really any serious doubt about this series being great?
Hell no, to the no.
Though I will say people need to stop comparing it to Gravity Falls. Like, come on people, there is a clear difference between the two. Seriously, like they're not the same at all. Just stop,
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more.
The series is created by Diego Milano, who's worked on many shows like Black Dynamite, OKKO, Major Lazer, and Golden the Insatiable. He's a fairly seasoned guy in this field of animation and in Cartoon Network in general, so you definitely can get a feel of what his work is like with Victor and Valentino. It very much shows throughout. The main draw of this series is about these two brothers who spend their summer with their grandma in a mysterious town called Monte Macabre that's engulfed in Hispanic myths and legends. I do find it fairly annoying people call it the Mexican Gravity Falls simply because of the mythical elements. That's a pretty shallow reason considering Gravity Falls, didn't create the idea of myths. This show does well in just being its own thing, especially since there's no big narrative or big mystery plotline as of right now. It's just a series about these boys coming across mythical creatures and finding a way to deal with them, and it all takes place in Mexico. And it just plays itself just right. It just does everything pretty well, and it's very fun and enjoyable for that.
Good.
The main characters have good chemistry to them, and that's what makes them fairly enjoyable. There's Victor, who's basically a thrill seeker. He can be pretty frantic about how he tackles things. He's more the troublemaker and constantly gets him and his brother into crazy stuff. He can be a bit, stupid a lot of the time.
Give me that! Oh, you can't spell anything right, can you?
Seriously, nigga, can you learn how to spell? But anyway, he gets pretty invested in some of the wrongdoings he does, but by the end, he realizes that he needs to fix his messes that he created. So he's still redeemable and still likable for what he does. Valentino works as pretty much the voice of reason. He's basically the soft boy who enjoys his time at his grandma's. He doesn't enjoy getting into trouble and often tries to stop his brother from messing things up. Though that doesn't mean he can't cause some trouble himself due to his own selfishness.
We'll beat Vic with this. Come, take a look. It's an obsidian mirror. It's my grandfather's, but I'm not supposed to touch it.
And how is that going to help me defeat my brother?
I know a superstar soccer player in the underworld, but he'll need a vessel to inhabit in order to help us.
The underworld? If it means beating Vic, I'll be the vessel.
These two have a good contrast between them. They obviously get annoyed by each other, but would still look out for each other in the end. Though I will say Victor can be a bit of a dick sometimes.
Okay, let's see. Two left, huh? Choices. I pick Ronaldo.
Really? Oh boy!
You were cold as ice.
The side characters do a good job of fleshing out the town of Monte Macabre. You have the boys Abuela Chata, or Chota, or however that's pronounced. I know I'm butchering that, considering I'm not Hispanic, but whatever. Who acts fairly calm and sweet, but will get real with you in a minute, which seems about right for a grandma.
Traviesos. I can't believe you didn't ask permission. Because if you did, I would have said... Of course you can. When you're old enough! But you're a good kid, and you're growing up so fast.
They have this kid named Guillermo who is basically a recluse, and his oddness can be pretty funny. Like, he refers to his own mom as creator. It's just kind of funny to me, because it's like, wow, man, he just cannot refer to his mother. She's just the creator. Like, that's just funny to me. It's just a nice little joke.
You should go outside.
But creator...
If you play outside, Mommy will get you that razzle-dazzle gem you wanted for your leather jacket.
Guillermo will play soccer.
All right, you chicos, have fun.
Welcome to the dream team.
Guillermo only hugs. Thank you.
There's these two characters named Charlene and Pineapple.
Okay.
Pineapple is the big silent type, while Charlene is more the brains of the outfit. She's pretty weird in how she acts a lot of the time. She seems to have a crush on Victor, and she goes about it in such an odd way. In sort of that obsessive type of way in a sense, but it kind of comes off a little funny because of how she's designed. I don't know, it's a little funny because of just the design. I think that's what plays it off better.
Take me to your place.
Okay. I need to clean my room. Give me 10 minutes.
There's a good amount of these odd and unique characters that manage to bring a certain brand of humor to the show. That's just honestly a nice way of fleshing out this world and doing a good sense of world building in general.
Really? Oh boy!
The series has a major focus on Latin American myths, which I'm a total sucker for. Seriously, if you tell me about an animated show or movie with some Latin culture or Hispanic culture in general in it, I am there. But anyway, this show actually manages to educate you on Latin myths and gives some insight about them. You really can't appreciate something that wants to enthrall you with its lore, especially when that lore is based on some real-world aspects.
Well, Coyote, the god of mischief himself, made the gods look like fools. He had to be stopped, so a miniature of the beast was made. And when the magic words were spoken 3 times, "Estás atrapado! Estás atrapado! Estás atrapado!" he was trapped inside the alebrije, assuring the people that he would never bother them again.
Granted, some of those myths can get a bit dark with what they do.
What? Huh? And that is how you pray.
But it's still fun to get a feel of Hispanic culture and learn more about the mythical side of things. That's just something I really appreciate about this series, is just learning something about another culture. That's always great in my book if you can educate people on something and also keep them entertained while doing it. That's just grade A to me. The animation uses soft colors for its backgrounds that also blends in harder colors too, as a sort of homage to Hispanic art. The character designs work in the traditional Cartoon Network style they're known for. The characters look nice and can be fairly expressive when needed. It works for what it is. These characters look very memorable. They have very nice designs to them that if you looked at them from a silhouette perspective, you'd be able to tell them apart. And that's always a good sign of design, like you could recognize it from just a silhouette. That is always a good sign.
Oh, snap!
This is another great Hispanic animated series that showcases the culture very well. The sibling rivalry between Victor and Valentino feels organic while allowing for some decent brotherly bonds. The characters are all likable and you'll have a fun time watching their antics. It can educate you on certain things about Hispanic culture and myth and wraps you in whenever they're telling you about it. The animation works in that Cartoon Network style while still pulling a Hispanic feel with the background work and also having very memorable character designs. This series is all around just plain fun and a good way to learn some things about Hispanic culture, and I just absolutely love it for that. But that's just a thought.